Stories about the she-camel. The disbelievers now began complaining that this huge she-camel, with its unusual qualities, drank most of the water and frightened their cattle. They laid a plot to kill the camel, and sought the help of their womenfolk to tempt the men to carry out their commands. Who was from a rich and noble family, offered herself to a young man named on condition that he hamstring the camel. An old woman offered one of her daughters to a young man in return for killing the camel. Naturally, these young men were tempted and set about finding 7 others to assist them. They watched the camel closely, observing all its movements. As the she-camel came to drink at the well, shot it in the leg with an arrow. It tried to escape, but was hampered by the arrow. Qadar followed the camel and struck it with a sword in the other leg. As it fell to the ground, he pierced it with his sword. The killers were given a hero's welcome, cheered with songs and poetry composed in their praise. In their arrogance they mocked Salih, but he warned them, "Enjoy life for 3 more days, then the punishment will descend upon you." Salih was hoping that they would see the folly of their ways and change their attitude before the 3 days went out. "Why 3 days?" they asked. "Let the punishment come as quickly as possible." He pleaded with them, "My people, why do you hasten to evil rather than good? Why do not you ask pardon of Allah so that you may receive mercy?" They replied, "We see your presence and that of your followers as bringing evil on us." Almighty Allah related their story. "And indeed we sent to Thamud their brother Salih, saying, 'Worship Allah alone and none else.' Then look, they became 2 parties, believers and disbelievers, quarrelling with each other. He said, 'O my people, why do you seek to hasten the evil torment before the good Allah's mercy? Why seek you not the forgiveness of Allah, that you may receive mercy?' They said, We augur till omen from you and those with you." He said, "Your ill omen is with Allah, nay, but you are a people that are being tested." And there were in the city 9 men from the sons of their chiefs, who made mischief in the land and would not reform. They said, "Swear to another by Allah that we shall make a secret night attack on him and his household, and afterwards we will surely say to his near relatives, 'We witnessed not the destruction of his household, and verily we are telling the truth.'" So they plotted a plot, and we planned a plan, while they perceived not. And then see how was the end of their plot. Verily we destroyed them and their nation altogether. These are their houses in utter ruin, for they did wrong. Verily, and this is indeed an ayah, a lesson or a sign for people who know. We saved those who believed and used to fear and obey Allah. Quran. They also plotted to kill Salih and his household, as Almighty Allah stated. So they plot, and we planned a plan while they perceived not. Allah said, Salih and his followers from their wicked plans heavy-hearted. They left the evildoers and moved to another place. 3 days after Salih's warning, thunderbolts filled the air, followed by severe earthquakes which destroyed the entire tribe and its homeland. The land was violently shaken, destroying all living creatures in it. There was one terrific cry which had hardly ended when the disbelievers of Salih's people were struck dead. One and all at the same time, neither their strong buildings nor their rock-hewn homes could protect them. Allah the Exalted said to Thamud people, "We sent their brother Salih. He said, O my people, worship Allah. You have no other illah God but Him. None has the right to be worshipped but Allah. Indeed, there has come to you a clear sign, the miracle of the coming out of a huge she-camel, from the midst of a rock from your Lord. This she-camel of Allah is a sign unto you, so you leave her to graze in Allah's earth, and touch her not with harm, lest a painful torment should seize you. Remember when He made you successors after Ad people, and gave you habitations in the land. You build for yourselves palaces in plains, and carve out homes in the mountains. So remember the graces bestowed upon you from Allah, and do not go about making mischief on the earth." The leaders of those who were arrogant among His people said to those who were counted weak, to such of them as believed, "Know you that Salih is one sent from his Lord?" They said, "We indeed believe in that with which he has been sent." Those who were arrogant said, "Verily, we disbelieve in that which you believe in." So they killed the she-camel and insolently defied the commandment of their Lord, and said, "O Salih, bring about your threats if you are indeed one of the messengers of Allah." So the earthquakes seized them, and they lay dead, prostrate in their homes. Then he, Salih, turned from them and said, "O my people, I have indeed conveyed to you the message of my Lord, and have given you good advice, but you like not good advisers." All were destroyed before they realized what was happening. As for the people who believed in the message of Salih, they were saved because they had left the place. Narrated that while the Prophet Muhammad was passing by Thamud's houses on his way to the Battle of Tabuk, he stopped together with the people there. The people fetched water from the wells from which the people of Thamud used to drink. They prepared their dough for baking and filled their water skins from it. The water from the wells, the Prophet of Allah ordered them to empty the water skins and give the prepared dough to the camels. Then he went away with them until they stopped at the well from which the she-camel of Salih used to drink. He warned them against entering upon the people that had been punished, saying, "I fear that you may be affected by what afflicted them, so do not enter upon them."